Fans, it's Monday member plays here at Grandstand Bettors. I'm Matt, and I just want to let you guys know that every single Monday we're going to give you our member plays for free. One of the things that I always hated, 10, 15 years ago when we started sports betting, were people being like, hey man, for $25 I'll give you today's play. Why? Why do I need to give you $25 today's play when there's grandstandbettors.com? That gives you plays all the time for free. So stick around. We're going to give you two plays. They are our member plays. If you do want to become a member, go to grandstandbettors.com. We don't care if you become a member or not, because we are going to give you thousands of plays a year, every single Friday, every single Monday for free. Speaking of our Friday plays, we had our Freebie Friday, which is our top 3 plays for the weekend. We actually went 2-1. Pretty good weekend. So close to a sweep. On Friday, we had the Pirates versus the Cubs over 8.5, and we actually were banking on Yu Darvish giving up kind of about 4 or 5 runs in that. He actually pitched very well, a little surprised. But one thing you have to take into consideration when you're handicapping these games is the bullpens, and those bullpens were overworked coming into that game, and they ended up giving, I think, 6 runs in the last 2.5 innings, and that put us over for a win there. Also, our second free play, which was on Saturday, was a parlay, or you could have done them straight. But our friends at Very Biased Opinions gave us Arsenal to lift the trophy and 2.5 goals. And wouldn't you know it, the final score was Arsenal 2-1 in regulation, which gave us a nice parlay. It paid out 3.5 to 1. So I hope you jumped on that. And then our last free play of the weekend was last night on the late night hockey between Minnesota and the Vancouver Canucks. We had over 5.5 goals, and it was a very well fought game. Defense won. The Minnesota Wild ended up taking that 3-0, so that gave us a loss. But it was a very profitable weekend for us and our members. So we would like to start off the week right with our member plays. But before we get into that, I want to let you know that you are going to have the opportunity at the end of this video to become a member for 30 days, absolutely free. All you have to do is click a button, stick around. In a couple minutes, I'm going to tell you how to do that. It's super easy. But we like to talk sports here. And the one thing I want to talk about is the MLB COVID problem that's going on. And I'd like to know everybody's thoughts. I don't know how the MLB can continue to have games postponed and think that they're going to get to a World Series, a playoffs. I mean, right now, the Miami Marlins have played 3 games. The Cleveland Indians will have played their 11th game after tonight. The discrepancy between 11 and 3 is 8. Yeah, we know math here. So I just want to let everybody know that there's not going to be playoffs in the MLB unless things turn around and you can get double, maybe even triple headers on some of these off days with these teams. The Cardinals are now having COVID problems, and that is only going to deteriorate the season, only continue to postpone games, and it's just a major problem. It shows you that the NBA and the NHL inside a bubble are working a lot better than an MLB season that is playing at their own home parks. Now, with that said, I think they probably are doing the best job that they could, because 2 states they were looking to have a bubble atmosphere was Arizona and Florida. And if you haven't been paying attention to the news or politics, and trust me, if you're watching this, I hope you haven't been, because that's not the type of person we're looking for, those are 2 states that have enormous outbreaks of COVID-19 right now. So as much as MLB's having problems, I can only imagine if they were in those 2 states, how quickly it probably would have got shut down. No more on the MLB. Let's hope the season finishes. We have a future on 4 teams. If you DM us on any of our social media, we'll give you those 4 future plays. Just reach out to us. We'll give them to you for free. You probably won't get them at the best odds, but they are pretty still decent odds right now. All right, enough of that. Let's get to our member plays. We have 2 member plays tonight. The first member play is going to be Kansas City Royals against the Chicago Cubs, and that is going to be over 8. This is going to be a 3-unit play for us. There's not too much really to think about this game, Duffy is on the mound for the Royals, and he has a 4.0 lifetime ERA. That is awful. He's 60-62, and he just does not pitch well. On the other side of things, the Cubs are going with a bullpen day. I think they don't have a sixth starter, and they want to, try to use some of their bullpen and try to scrounge a win out tonight. And because of that, they're going to have to use a lot of pitchers, and because of the new rule, some of those pitchers are going to have to pitch 3 batters that they maybe would have only pitched 1. And that's going to lead to base runners, hits, and runs. And over 8 is a very low for somebody who's on the bump, who's given up 4 runs per 9 innings. So we like the over 8 there. To be honest, anytime Duffy's on the bump, we will always fade him. And that really goes into this play. The second play we have is the late night NHL game in the playoffs. We have the Edmonton Oilers minus 125, and that is also 3 units. I do want to note, you may not be getting that 125 price point right now. It may be 130, 135, 140 at this point of the day. Those member plays, those are sent to our members by noon every single day. And so that is technically our member play today. I do like it as high as 145. You get to 150 or higher. I don't like that play. So hopefully it's still down there. But last time I looked, it was like 132, 133. Edmonton got spanked by the Chicago Blackhawks this past weekend. It was 6-3, I believe. But the game was over 12 minutes in. It was 4-1. Edmonton came out, scored first. You thought, okay, here we go. Draisaitl and Connor McDavid. They're going to take over the game. They're going to score goals, and it's going to be an easy sweep to Edmonton. And then hold your brakes, because what happened was Kane and all the rookies on that team who had never played in a playoff game said, you know what? We're the 12th seed or the 11th seed, and we're gonna just destroy you. And within 10 minutes, they scored 4 goals. Game was over. Nobody else wanted to really watch the game after that. We don't expect Edmonton to just roll over. They are playing in Edmonton, and if they lose this game and they're down 2-0 and they might not even make it out of the qualifying round, it's going to be an embarrassment to them. And that price point is way too low. We think the sports books are exaggerating how good the Blackhawks were the other day, and that's why it's so low. They've overcompensated, and I don't think they needed to. So that is definitely the wrong line on the sports book, and we are going to just pound that with 3 units, and we're going to win. But those are our 2 plays for today. We have KC versus the Cubs over 8, and we have Edmonton money line in the playoffs tonight. That's at 10:30 Eastern. Good luck. We hope for a 2-0 sweep. That would be plus 6 units, and that is a nice little day to start the week for our members. Now, like I said before, you can go to Grandstand Bettors and become a member, or check this out. All you have to do to become a member for our 30-day month membership, which gets you all our sports plays, top plays, some core fantasy, daily fantasy plays as well. All you have to do to get that emailed to you every single day for the next 30 days is, wait for it, click the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. All you have to do is click the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, and then you have to just DM us that you did that, and we will verify it, and you're set to go. That's all you have to do. Now, the one caveat is you do have to take off your privacy settings on YouTube so that we know you actually subscribed. That's it. Click the subscribe button, become a member of our YouTube channel, and we'll continue to give you plays for the next 30 days via email. That's all you have to do. Super simple. Also, to our first 100 subscribers that do this, if you continue to be our subscriber for the 30 days after we give you all of our member plays, we'll actually give you our NFL SuperContest picks for free. I mean, it's a win-win. You get everything from member plays to our NFL plays to everything just by clicking a button. It's as simple as that. And like all of us here at Grandstand Bettors, we urge you to let us do the work while you do the winning.